Hi everyone, this is Denise Taylor coming at you, and I just want to talk to you guys today about friends. Now, first of all, you see I got a new background here. I decided to rearrange my little area here. But back to what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because a lot of times we as people, we don't know what true friends are. And I have a few good friends. I really do, and I thank God for them, because without them, I don't think I would have been able to pull through a lot of things I've pulled through in my life, because they was there really to truly have my back. And that's what I'm talking about. When you have a friend, there's so much things that you have to look at for as factors. Okay, a true friend is going to be there for you. They're going to make sure that you're okay, that everything is all right, that if you need anything, please call, call you in the middle of the night and say, hey, I just need to talk. A true friend is someone that you could depend on. A true friend is someone that you can tell your deepest, darkest secrets, and you don't have to worry about nobody, them telling somebody else. That's what a true friend is, and we only have a few of them in our lives, and I can count on one hand how many people I have as true friends. And right here, that's how many friends I have. I can truly say that I can depend on. But the number one person is God. So you give all thanks to that person or persons. I'm not saying they got to be your best friend, but when times of trouble, they're not going to turn their back. They're not going to leave you high and dry and stranded. So my thing is, you have to sit back and you have to analyze what is a true friend to you, and what kind of friend you would want to be to somebody else. Because the kind of friend you are to someone else, someone's going to be a kind of friend to you. If you're a backstabbing friend, then that's the kind of friend you're going to attract. If you're a loving, kind-hearted, sweet person, positive thought person, those are the kind of people you will attract to be your friends. Because let me tell you something, negative people will hang with negative people. The positive people will hang with positive people. And my thing is, I've always said that I've always hung around positive people. And positive people bring you up. Negative people bring you down. I have been around a lot of negative people in my life in the past that have brought me down, said things to bring me down or make me feel bad or something to that effect. But when I started hanging around people that was more positive and have more positive input and try to uplift you because of who you are, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of people you need to call as friends. Those are the type of people you need to hang with, because they are always going to have something positive to say or give you a positive input on certain things in your life. They're not, if things fall apart in your marriage or whatever, I don't know what a person's going through, but if something to that effect, that you won't hear, I told you so. I told you that person is not going to do this, or that person ain't going to do that, or, you don't want to hear that. The first thing is going to say, you know what, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry that things didn't work out. I know you was really hoping that it worked out, And seeing sometimes people have a tendency to say, well, I told you, they have a tendency of rubbing it in. Don't nobody want nobody to rub nothing in their face. When you feeling bad, you don't even want to hear about that, So, and because that's kind of a sore situation, and it's always going to be a soft wound, an open wound, and you just don't want to pour salt in there. So, like even now with my friends, if I say something, I don't say, I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew that wasn't going to work, because I don't want to rub that in their face, because everybody has feelings. Everybody hurts, you know, so you don't know what may hurt that person, or, you know, and if you feel, which I always sometimes do feel, that sometimes I do put my own foot in my own mouth. And then, you know, I think back, it's like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have said that, you know, knowing that what the circumstances she just went through, you know, or he just went through. So you have to think before you speak. Say things in a kind way you would want somebody to say to you, you know, because like I said, you never know what a person is going through. But, and then too, if you're a friend, you don't want to go through that. You don't want people rubbing stuff in your face like that. You can't really do that. So, like I said, be considerate on how somebody else may feel or what is going on. But then too, like I said, it's your friend. You wouldn't want them to say that to you. Y'all supposed to have each other's back. I mean, if we done went out, you know, had dinner or whatever, and somebody try to jump you in or the other person in the alley, y'all should have one another back. You know, not one running off and leaving the other. Y'all should have each other's back. And if you can't feel that your friend has your back like that, then that's not a friend. If that person goes back and tells everything that you say or what you have been through in your life to the next person that you know that you definitely don't like, then that's not a friend, you know. So you don't do stuff like that, you know. And I guess that's why a lot of people feel they have trust issues, because they can't open up to people about what is on their mind or what's going on, you know. So because they feel it gets, you know, it gets told. But my thing is, if y'all have that relationship, that bond with one another, y'all should not feel that way with each other. Now, like I said, I always write everything down. Now, friend, you guys do things together. Get out. Enjoy life. Go bike riding. Go to the beach. Go on trips. Go to the movies, etc., etc., etc. Do what you need to do for is getting out, having fun. You know, you don't have to go to no clubs to get out or to hang out. Y'all can have good, clean fun, you know, hanging out, laughing. And you know what, that's what it is. When me and my friends get together, oh, we have so much fun. We hang out at the mall, we go to the movies, we go bike riding, we even go out to dinner, you know, talk about what's going on, and you know, and it makes it nice to have somebody to relate to. But you gotta also remember that you have to relate. That person has to be not related, but relate to what you're going through and be in the same level that you are. Because if the person is here and you way up here, it's not going to work. You know, because they're not mature, they're not trying to see where you're coming from, and somebody's feelings always get stepped on. So, and then, you know, a lot of people say, well, you know, you don't have friends, you have associates. Now that you do, I have to say you do on that part, but you know, everybody needs somebody, you know. And my thing is, I have been hurt with, I've been hurt a lot with people that's closer than my friends are, you know. And at least with friends, they can relate, they can pull you through, they can give you a kind word, a pat on the back, say it's okay, you know, no matter what. And that's what you need, you know. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have you know, feel this way. You know, you have been hurt by, you know, family members or spouses, or you know, people closer to you than friends. So Yeah, I understand you shouldn't have, well, not shouldn't, people say you don't have friends, you have associates. But you know what? If you can trust your friends like family members, I say trust them. Because you know what? Sometimes, you know, that's all you have. You know? Sometimes you feel that's all who you can talk to, because somebody that's going to be on that level. Because anybody else, oh, well, this is this, that's that, ha 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 ha. You know, you don't need that. You know, I had one friend. She told me this is some years ago, and I'm not going to tell you her name. I'm not going to tell you the situation, but it got to the point when she was crying. She came to me. She was crying. She was like, well, you know, this went on, that went on. I tried to go to my family member, sister to be exact, and sister basically laughed in her face, and it tore her apart, and seeing, like I said, sometimes you can be closer to a friend than your own family member. A stranger in the street will treat you better sometimes than your own family or your own spouse or whoever. But it's always to the point where you need that to where you can talk to someone to get it off your chest and vent to, to vent to. But but I always say give also to God. Let God take it out of your hands, because sometimes it hurts to carry things in and you have nothing or no one to talk to, and like I said, I think God do put people in your life, maybe forever, maybe for a season, but he does put people in your life, because see, we don't have to go through life carrying a burden all by ourselves, and people don't feel, well, I should have to tell my business. You don't have to tell your business, but the thing is, you can have someone that you can talk to, and a lot of people feel, well, I don't need friends. Well, you don't have to need friends. You don't have to, you can have associates, other words, but someone that you can talk to, about what's going on. And that, me personally, that's what a true friend is. A true friend is someone that that will be there when the tough gets going, through thick and thin, through the battle, for the duration, and that's what a friend is. Someone that's going to be there, that hold your hand no matter what, just the same as you would, and sometimes it takes a person to recuperate from whatever they're going through or how they went through certain things. But like I said, with that person and God holding your hand, you can never go wrong, and you may have to search around and look, but one day you will eventually find that friend that you can, have something in common, and you guys can giggle and laugh and talk and, hang out and do whatever, but you have to look around, and you have to know what the things to look for. And like I said, the person that you need to be looking for is a person that has the same brain thoughts that you have, the same thinking for as being positive and not negative, that works, that does everything that you do and does things for fun, that you can get out and just do wonderful things and get, life is too short. It really is. It's too short to be on a negative tip all the time. Open up your eyes. On a positive note, it's too short to be unhappy. And you have to be happy. You go to God, you ask Him to help you. But you know what? You have to open up. You have to let people in. You know? So on a positive note, again, get out there, have fun. You know, make sure that person has your back just like you have theirs. You know, get out there, do what you need to do, but make sure that person has your back. And like I said, test them. God said test the spirit to make sure that they are godly people. Well, you do that. Make sure you test the spirit all the time, because you know what? Give them something, like I said once before, give them something small. A little taste to see what they would do with that little bitty information, and see if it gets back to you, or if they would tell somebody that you know. Now if they do, cut them loose. But if they don't, try a little more for, as you know, a bigger piece. It's just like taking a slice of bread and pinching off a little bit and throwing it to the birds. And the little bird eats it, you know, they don't spit it back out. Okay, if he didn't spit that back out, okay, let me try a bigger piece. So you pick a bigger piece off and you throw it down. They chewed it up. Okay, he didn't spit that back out. Okay, let me try a much bigger piece than what I did with the last two. And you take a nice size and you throw it down there, and he peck at it and eat it until it's no more. So, and that's how you know that you have a true friend. I know friends is not birds, but you get the picture of what I'm saying. No matter how much you threw that bread down there, the bird didn't spit it back out. He didn't, he ate it. So he pecked at it until he broke it down to the point where he can swallow it. So therefore, pick your friends carefully. If you sit back and you observe, you will know who's your friend and who isn't. I could tell right off bat when I look at a person, they're not friend material, they're not secret material, they're not honest people, they're negative people. And like I said, I don't surround myself with people like that, because of the fact I don't need nobody bringing me down or saying negative things to make me feel bad about decisions that I have made. Okay, and I'm pretty sure they have made decisions they didn't fall through, and you don't hear nobody rubbing their face in it. So to a much different approach, pick your friends carefully. Know who they are, as well as they want to know who you are. And be kind to one another. Love one another as sisters or as brothers. It doesn't matter if you two guys that are best friends, love each other as brothers. Or two girls love each other as sisters. But I just wanted to let you guys know that's what friends are. Give it to God, and God will lead the way for you guys. Okay? So, on that tip, I am going to end this. Share this. Subscribe. If you feel this is helpful, please leave a comment at the end of the page. And if you don't feel it's helpful, still say what you have to say. But I pray and I thank God that everything is good, and I pray that you guys have a blessed week and that you find everything that you guys are looking for out there. This is Denise Taylor coming at you guys, ending this on a positive note.